Okay, hello and welcome everyone to the IMK, another edition of IMK Connect series. Uh, this is the second such chat which we are having, uh, and we have five speakers from EPGP 06 and 07 who will be speaking over to you, and we'll be having a networking discussion. Uh, Talking more about the Connect series of IMK, it is an initiative which was started from among the EPGP 06 batch with the ideation of a couple of people who would like peer engagement among the IMK classes. So it started from EPGP 06 with we conducting interactive sessions where people uh, get to know more about each other, where people introduce themselves, their professional backgrounds, about their companies and businesses and their expectations from IMK. So we welcome all of the viewers who have joined us to this series, to this chat series. We have five speakers, including me, in this series today. They are a mixed crowd from EPGP 06 and EPGP 07. Right now, we are limiting ourselves to both these batches, and later on, we plan to extend this series to be conducted across the batches so that we maintain we can sort of establish a professional connect and networking among the whole IMK alumni. So let me begin this chat series first of all by thanking the few people behind realizing this initiative. It is Sankar, which came from EPGP 06, who brought the idea of the Connect series, this interaction series, and later on it was converted into a format with the help of contributions from Deepak and Mark. We have a few people collaborating from EPGP 07 batch as well. Shankar Kumar has been taking a good role in connecting the EPGP 07 batches and sorting out the speakers. So today is a special day. Today is the Kerala Piravi Day, and it is very good to be interacting with all of you. Today's and we wish you all a happy Kerala Piravi. And today we have our topic for today is marketing as a subject. So we have three digital marketers who have been working and have expertise in digital marketing, and two others, including me, who is in the marketing domain. So let me briefly introduce the speakers. We have Anoop N, who's an analyst with TCS Tata Consultancy Services, joining us. He's from EPGP 06 batch, and we have I am also from EPGP 06 batch. My name is Harikrishnan, and the next we have Rakesh CK. He's a digital marketing manager of Rocheston Private Limited. He's also from EPGP 06 batch. Then we have two candidates from EPGP 07 batch. Let me begin with Srividya TA. She is the executive digital marketing lead in Geojit Financials. And Srividya is also the sister of our batchmate Lakshmi TA, who's from EPGP 06. And we next introduce Mr. Amarnath Shankar. He's the founder and CEO of Catch Entertainments, which is a hotshot video production agency in Kochi. And he's the founder and CEO of that organization. So I welcome everyone, all the panelists to this talk, and let us expect having a fruitful interaction among ourselves with regard to marketing and your experiences in marketing and the experiences, the professional experience expertise you bring in, so that the viewers could have a idea on the same. And yeah, so let me begin this interaction, and I hand over the podium to Anoop. And we have a format. First of all, we have a format for this talk. Each person will be given 5 minutes for introducing himself, his professional area of expertise, and how he can relevantly contribute to the professional learnings which could contribute to the crowd, and his expectations from IMK and is about more about this their future. So And then it will be for after self-introduction, we have another slot for professional learnings, and then we will move on to question and answer section from audience and the panelists. We'll be also having a short interaction within the panelists. So I welcome Anoop without wasting much time. I welcome Anoop and to have a basic introduction about ourselves, and the format will be displayed in the window. Anoop, welcome to the Konnect series, and let us have your introduction.
Yeah, hi everyone. Very good evening. So, myself, as Harikrishnan said, Anoop, and I'm from EPGP 06 batch, and I currently work with TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, as digital marketing analyst. I have my education background. I have completed Bachelor of Computer Applications back in 2012. After that, by 2013, I started working in the SEO world. Then I after like 6 years I started, you know, we after working so long in the marketing field, we tend to think about what's happening underneath. What are the basic things that we need to learn? That's what focused me to, join this EPGP program and learn more about the underlying processes so we can help better. So the areas which I work in digital marketing are mainly in the SEO, search engine optimization aspects. Then moving on, as my career grew, I turned my focus into conversion rate optimization sections. And now I am currently working for marketing, designing marketing automation solutions and creating customer 360 profiles which can be used for personalizations down the line. Uh, so that's my current work area. Then expectations is to from this program is to have a good connect with everyone, learn from various industry leaders and various people who are working in different industries, because as a digital marketing person, knowledge is everything. You can't stop learning. The moment you stop learning, you'll lose your game in this field. So that connect. So if you want to do digital marketing to a specific firm or a specific service or a specific industry, you need to know each detail about that specific product or that service sector or that industry. That is where EPGP really helped me, because we have a lot of people from a lot of various industries working here, so we get that deep industry knowledge from them in person. That is very rare in the real world. Then as a giving back to the community, uh, as professionally, if anyone is interested in digital marketing, I can help. Just feel free to reach out to me. Then major areas which I have worked are for BFSI, banking and financial services, then normal business to business lead generation for all kind of industries, starting from transportation to normal household works. For example, house cleaners, like these people, small companies like house maintenance to cleaning services, taxi rentals, every section that I've worked in. As far as NGOs and associations are concerned, I work with charity programs for Livey. Then during the FIFA World Cup organized in 2017, I was part of the value in kind and food and beverages section in the Kochi Union. So this is a brief about me. So thanks for having me in this panel, and hope to help others.
Nice to have your introduction, Anoop. Next to go is me. I'm introducing myself here. My name is Harikrishnan, and I'm basically a laser technologist turned entrepreneur. So I did my MSc Masters in Photonics in the year 2011. I completed in 2011, and then thereafter I worked for a few R&D labs in India and a few MNCs as well. Post that, I worked a few stints with some organizations in Bangalore and elsewhere. I started off my consultancy firm, which is it's not a consultancy, it's a sales and consultancy firm called Opsitech, based in Kochi. So we dealt with products which is related to laser science, photonics, R&D instrumentation, etc., all over India. It is an LLP company. And further on, I joined IIMK to find out scale-up solutions for my firm. And that's where I made a gradually made a career change. It's not a change. I became the director of a private limited organization called the Urban Muse Private Limited, and it deals with branding, strategic marketing, and analytics-based solution. And the firm actually the firm is also the partner of the firm is also an EPGP batchmate. My batchmate Rakesh is also the co-founder of Urban News Private Limited, and we had started off with an events platform, events and talk show platform called TGIF, Tales to Get Inspired from. And TGIF has been conducting its own speaker-based talk shows in Kochi. As you can see, we had conducted around 10 to 14 events all over in Kochi with a broad range of speakers ranging from entrepreneurs to travelers, photographers, professionals including doctors, teachers, lawyers, etc. So Urban TGIF is an events platform which we have been running, and most of you guys from EPGP 06 and some of them in 07 might have also heard about it. And my key professional expertise it lies on branding and marketing. So I have taken marketing and strategy as my main topic, and I like the area of marketing and brand consulting. In my organization, I deal with roles consisting of both operations and marketing. And our organizational skill sets is basically revolving around content, media ideations, in strategic marketing programs for firms. Yeah, and regarding my future professional goals, I would like to scale up the current strategy, the firm which I'm involved in, and the platforms associated with it, especially the events platform TCI. I joined the IMT PGP program for gaining more knowledge in the areas of marketing, finance, strategy, and operations. And it has been an excellent journey so far from IMK, where we have been taught by lot of prominent professors who has technical knowledge and expertise in each of these areas. So far, IMK has met all my expectations, if not exceeded my expectations. And regarding how a professional connect could be maintained among us, it is, I mean, the collaboration and networking is actually the need of the hour, especially in the time of COVID markets. So we are open to any kind of professional collaborations, including, so we have been in the COVID time, we have been helping a lot of organizations as even pro bono organizations, for pro bono consulting, helping them come up with marketing strategies and stay ahead with their brand goals. And we are also open to collaborating with other organizations. We have made some strategic alliances with some organizations during this COVID, especially being consulting, taking consultancy assignments with a lot of startups. The industry organizations which I belong to, I have been in the entrepreneurship area of entrepreneurship from 2015 onwards, where I have been member of few organizations like Thai Kerala. During my stint in laser technology, I was member of a few professional organizations called the Society of Photo Optic Instrumentation and Engineers and Optical Society of India, where we have a lot of access to contacts who have been working in various R&D labs across India, including the IITs and the Indian Institute of Science and Research. And more professional organizations, I mean, joining more professional organizations obviously expands your reach, and I'm also considering to join a few other professional organizations, including the CIA and KMA, post my MBA, because here we are dealing with a very time constrained scenario where we have classes in the weekend and rest of the time we are working for the company. So joining a professional organization and maintaining that tempo might be difficult during this, especially during this tight schedule. So once courses are over in hopefully in April or May, it's time to get back to having strong ties with professional organizations. So next, we pass on the baton to it is the turn of Rakesh. So Rakesh, I think I hope you can introduce yourself and get yourself introduced.
Hi, my name is Rakesh CK, and I work as a digital marketing manager for a company named Rocheston. We are into training, and we design courses which mostly are in the field of cybersecurity and all. And going to my educational background, I have a master's in English. I have a master's in software engineering, and I have quite a few PG diplomas. PG diploma in advertising, PG diploma in public relations, and presently I'm doing also a PG diploma in digital marketing also, and some certifications that I felt that I need to be uh, um, certified are like I have a, digital marketing certificate from LIBA Chennai, and I also have a digital cinematography certificate from LV Prasadan Film Institute Chennai. So the reason behind going for this was that I was interested in YouTube and YouTube marketing and all, and I had a passion for shooting and all those things. So I felt that if I can learn this course, it would be helpful for me in the near future to market my channel, and I would be able to focus more on videos editing, marketing, and all those things. Um, Key roles in my current organization manager. My digital marketing career started in 2010 from a company named Astroway.com. It's an astrology-based e-learning platform and all, and that a company mainly deals with astrology services and all. And we had clients in US, India, and Malaysia, and I was mostly handling the Malaysian and Indian clients. I was into the field of content marketing, which includes landing page, newsletters, mm, AdWords, working on SEO kind of thing. And the thing that helped me most was SEO. When I joined this company in 2010, I was not much aware of the SEO things and all, because I went from Kerala, and in the organization where I was working, it was just very small, like working on articles, blogs, and all. But when I went there, I learned more about SEO and its importance and all. And during the World Cup time and all, my articles were featured in the Google searches in the first page, in the first and second position itself. So uh, it actually helped me gain lot of courage, helped me learn, um, like I got the confidence to work more on SEO kind of things and all. And from there, it has been very helpful for me. And there, in that company, I worked for almost 6 years. I was handling the content department and the SEO department over there. And then I moved to Rocheston. Uh, and for the past 4 years, I have been working there in the position of a digital marketing manager. Area of expertise, I mostly deal with content marketing content, and SEO and social media marketing are one of the few skill sets that I have. Also, I do run Google AdWords, like based on display search, video ads, and also the app download ads. Future professional goals. I'm still learning, and I don't know what where I would be, because I have plans to continue in the digital marketing field. I may also opt for a PhD. I'm not sure. So because I have been a teacher for 3 years before starting my digital marketing career, I'm not sure. Uh, I haven't fixed it actually. So expectations for my IIMK EPGP program. When I joined this program, I wanted to learn more about the marketing field, because I have been into more of a digital marketing platform and all. I needed to know more things about that. I needed to know how it will help me and all. And I also needed to learn the ABCD of the other marketing sections and fields, mainly offline marketing and all. And in order to gain that, I have been doing many courses, I have been attending many classes, and I felt that a MBA from IIMK would definitely help me apart from the peer learning that I would be getting. How can I help others? Please feel free to contact me if I can help you in your uh, business needs, or even if you want me to get help from in any of the marketing sections, mainly on the Google ads or paid ads actually. That would, yeah. And this is all from me.
Um, we will definitely try to figure out what we are into through this discussion. Since you mentioned that you're unsure of what your post IMK life would be, we'll definitely try to figure out during this discussion. And now we have Srividya TA. She's from EPGP 07, and let Srividya introduce herself. Please be on board, Srividya.
Hello all, good evening. I'm Srividya from EPGP 07 Evening Rush. I'm working currently in Geojit Financial Services, and right now I'm taking care of the digital marketing, especially into social media marketing, as well as I'm the product trainer for the online trading platforms in Geojit. That is, the training is being happened for the branches as well as for our clients. So coming to my educational background, I did my graduation from St. Joseph's in economics, and I have few courses done in Google in display, search, and shopping. Along with that, I've done a digital marketing course in Udemy. And when coming back to the key roles in the current organization, I've been working in Geojit from 2011. I've started my career from customer care department, which helped me to understand the product and the customer needs. And then slowly I moved into a team wherein we were initially assigned for designing a mutual fund, an app exclusively for mutual fund, which is named as Funds Genie and which got released in the year 2017. And finally, and after that, I shifted to marketing, especially into digital marketing and taking care of the social media channels of Fusion, which includes Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and other platforms also. And along with this, I also take care of the product training part of the online trading platforms, such as the mobile applications as well as the web applications and YouTube. And my area of expertise would definitely be in finance because I've been almost working in DFSI for almost around 10 years. And with the help of this customer service background and the understanding, which deeply helped me into understand the products, which also helped me to when I was designed to design a mutual fund app. At that point of time, the interaction with the customers and their requirements helped me to make the have a good user experience for the app. And my major skill set is obviously finance and into analytics also. I'm interested in analytics as we used to have some data analytics on the base of the user views and all. That is when we take the details of our online trading applications, how the users are into it, or which are the segments they are using, or how can we improve that segment. These are analytics I used to take care of. My future professional goals, obviously I'm looking, actually I didn't plan till now. I just started my course only. It's now on, we are on the second semester, so I think way to go. So I'll have a clear idea after, at least after 1 year, I hope so. And my strengths, obviously I will say my biggest strength is my communication skills and my passion towards learning. And when regarding expectations from IIMK EPGP program, I know about this course from my sister. As you all know, my sister, she is in EPGP 06 batch. And when I started talking to her regarding the classes she is attending or the interactions she is having with the peer group learning and all, I started a liking towards that, and I thought of joining IIMK EPGP program, which finally I think it will mold myself as a better professional. It will be a good journey for me. I hope so. How can you help others professionally? Definitely, I can help you guys with your decisions on investments, your what all financial investments. If there is any, if you need any opinion regarding what all financial investments you need to have, please get back to me. I'll help you on this. I think that's all about me. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Amarnath will be introducing you.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. Um, I am the co-founder of a media production company called Cat Entertainments. We are slightly rebranding it to Cat Productions since we are completely focusing on B2B video content production. So what we precisely do is like we help organizations in to grow their business and position themselves the way they want it in the market, especially into the B2B sector. And we are in this business for last 7.5 years. We operate from Kochi, though 90% of our business are outside of Kerala. We have presence in India. We have physically, we do executions in Sri Lanka, UAE, Japan, and United States. And we work with the clients like IBM, ITC, LG, Department of Atomic Energy, Government of India, like that in India. So I think I'm unable to see the slide. So let me just look at the slide here. And yes, the educational background. Basically, I'm an engineer. I'm an electronics and communication engineer. I just passed out from the college by 2011. And from my college days itself, I had a wonderful drive, I would say, to create something as an organization my own. I identified a couple of very interesting sectors. One is, of course, technology, and the other is visual media. So I always try to pursue both the vectors, digital technology as well as visual media, which made me to partner with a friend of mine who was my college mate, and we started building the company in 2012. And by 2013, we formally incorporated the company as a private limited company, and this is the this is the 7th year. So key roles in your current organization and earlier. I mean, I passed out from the college by 2011, and I worked 1 year in a field of cybersecurity. I happened to work with some of the government departments, law enforcement departments in the field of cybersecurity. I had a kind of original drive towards the technology. Later, we thought like we could start up, kick off two companies together. One is a technology company and then a media company. Later, we narrowed our focus to the media company. So the whole idea is like having the, manifesting an idea about an organization, constructing it as a business and building it as a company, acquiring customers, maintaining the customers, bringing positive cash flow, expanding the business, bringing like-minded people into the team, and create a common shared dream and passion. All these kind of things, I think, are my current role in this organization. If it's a ship navigating to a destination, then probably I give the vision to the ship to navigate. Area of expertise, as I said, envisioning the idea, bringing that idea into reality. That is what I precisely do. Yeah, my future project, we have been in the business for the last 7.5 years, and what I'm thinking is like in the coming 24 to 36 months, I'm looking for a 10x growth in the company. So we are doing a very constructive organizational restructuring. We are shifting the strategy, especially post this COVID pandemic situation. We are rearranging the patterns, and we are looking forward to have a 10x growth in terms of business, in terms of market reach in the coming 24 to 36 months. Expectation from IIMK EPGP course. Actually, I happened to do a couple of MDP courses in IIMK campus in 2014, 2015, and 16 for different. It's a short term, 1 week, 2 weeks, or 1 month courses, management development programs on strategy, on entrepreneurship, on marketing. Yeah. So the experience I got from the campus, Calicut, was incredible. So I thought like, okay, I should taste the IIM experience, which brought me here in this campus for the EPGP course. And in my understanding, when I go through the syllabus, it's more of the whole the tools and devices provided for this course is to create a general manager, so to speak. So as an entrepreneur, all these tools are not that necessarily to be acquired by me, is what my understanding is, but I'm just observing the course, I'm going through the syllabus, and there will be some key insights from the faculty or from the textbook which I felt like, okay, it would be nice, I could pick this, which can be add on to my business to enhance the performance for me as a CEO. So that is the whole idea of joining in this course. You know, to know what's happening formally, to try to understand what's formally being taught as a business, because we started business and we fortunately running a wonderful business without having a formal business education. So it's a wonderful opportunity for me. Describe how you can help others professionally, because what we deliver is great quality video content production. We help you grow business. We help you position yourself the way you want it in the market. If you have a wonderful plan to expand your business, be it to Europe, be it to South America, anywhere else in the world, we can help you. We can understand we'll be there with you as an extended arm of your organization to understand what exactly you do in your business, and we help you build your business, expand your business, position your business in a better manner. For a complete facelift, we can help you. List of your industry community, lots of communities. I am an active member of CII, the Confederation of Indian Industries in India. We have got lots of connectivity. We have connected to many Chamber of Commerce in the United States. Indo-US trade relation communities are there. Even unfortunately, I was one of the official delegate from India to US in the last January. We have connectivities in Hong Kong, Tokyo. There is a wonderful startup business incubator in Hong Kong called the Good Labs. We have been associating with them since 2015. So a lot of communities, feel free to reach me out. If you would like to expand your business, grow your business, position your business in a much better way. And invest in digital platforms is what I can say. It's a wonderful time. Create digital assets and invest more on digital content. Thank you.
Thank you, Amarnath, for sharing your journey, and thank you. We have completed the round of introduction. Now, what we do is that we'll quickly move to each and every speakers for them to share their professional learnings. It can be technical, it can be from your experience in marketing of your respective organizations, or it can be even your personal experiences, which you would like to share. I invite Anoop for sharing his professional experience. Anoop, please unmute yourself and
sorry about that. So, as far as I'm concerned, I developed this. I've been working in the SEO industry or digital marketing for the last 7.5 to 8 years. So, as Rakesh earlier said in his introduction, if you are, I just want to share the framework which anyone can use to present their clients for creating a solution or to grow themselves in this industry. So, as Rakesh said in his introduction, the place where you want to start if you want to really strike in internet marketing or digital marketing, as it says, is the digital content section. How you create the content and what type of content actually needs to be there. That is the basic framework which will give you success. be it in SEO, paid ads, or any outreach campaigns. That is the base layer of any activities. I had to find out this in the hard way. Why? Because I'll just share an experience. So we are there is a like we were doing a migration on a website. So this is for a Canadian home renovation company called Clara Windows. So what they do is they just replace the existing windows or old windows with the new vinyl windows. So what happened was we were moving the website, old website to the new website. And what actually happened was there were some pages went missing, and we were really didn't identify it. So what happened was the product went live, everything was done. So on the third day, the client called us and just blasted us. Why? Because they just lost around 80,000 Canadian dollars on ads, and all their campaigns went black, like were banned from Google Ads. When we checked that, what we found out was that when the development team moved the website to production, they just forgot to move this digital content or the pages which were meant to be specifically designed for the ads to the new servers. So everything just lost. They just lost $80,000 Canadian dollars in 3 days. So that was a huge business impact for them. And then we had to hear a lot of firing from our senior officials as well. And we had to quickly do something to get it up and get the content back up. So actually that was a learning point, because we need to be clear what we are doing at each step of the way when we are doing anything in terms of digital marketing, because costs are at stake. Then when we move to the second level, as you grow into this, once you have the content, where it needs to go, how it needs to be designed, then we go into different channels. Here we are building upon the content. Here we have two main streams. One is digital marketing, that is for the service sector, which is for like if you have a service kind of offering, like a home business or a BFSI client, you want to sell your credit cards, so you want to sell your credit lines, or let's just say you're a tourism industry. Tourism industry is a specifically good one, because it can be in the service sector and can be in the commerce sector. The baseline here is whether you have that e-commerce feature enabled. If you have that feature, or like if you are if you are like make my trip or yatra, then you will be considered as a digital commerce platform, come under digital commerce. At the same time, if you are in a service, you just picking up bookings calls, clients are just giving you getting you leads or sending their contact platforms. That is where the digital marketing aspect comes. That's the lead generation purpose, while digital commerce is actual cash transactions are happening. Here again, analytics is an important baseline. And then when we move to the channel level, that is where we integrate, select for digital marketing or digital commerce. Then we built on the knowledge we have gained from digital content, digital marketing, and commerce platforms. Then we choose the channels. On the right side, you can see under digital, then you can see digital channels. You can ask channel enablement, omni-channel experience, channel personalizations, and channel integrations. Here, omni-channel experience is what we were used to do, but now what we are going is we are creating a 360-degree profile of a customer. That is where the customer journey part comes in. Now you have an understanding of what content you have for your specific user or a specific company which you are going to promote. What type of activity which you need to do? Is it a commerce kind of activity? If that is there, what kind of channel you can actually leverage to better utilize this? Then once this is done, by this time your websites will be live. So it will go live and users will be coming into the website. Here we are actually collecting data. Like one of our participants said in the introduction, data is one of the important things. How users behave in each web app, or which pages they go to, all these are part of your customer journey. Here in the customer journey, there is a trap for us. Why? What is the trap? It's basically data protection agreements. For any market, we cannot pass any personally identifiable information to a marketing platform. So how will you create a customer journey if you can't do it? That is where a profile 360-degree creation comes into play. So that is the ultimate thing which you can create from the data, which can be used to retarget all other, which can be reused in a sense to leverage the most out of the user which has come into our system. So here, what we can see is what I have learned over my course of time in this industry, from my experience and how I use it to explain it to my clients. What exactly a digital interactive ecosystem, as we like to call it in nowadays. Everyone is moving to the digital world. So this is an ecosystem which we need to leverage to get the ultimate to improve our rate of returns of our investments and all other things. So this is a step-by-step process which we need to go, and we need to make our clients also understand, whether it be our own products or we are doing this activities for some other thing. So if you can see, there are three arrows on this side: design sections, experience, and strategy. Design is a common element which is develops throughout these stages. Why? Because even the content which you are writing for each marketing channels or each commerce depends on the number of sale you are end up getting in. For example, if you choose the channel level, we are actually doing ads. What type of ads which we need to showcase, or what type of ads we are putting in front of our clients or our potential visitors. So for a digital commerce, the content which is going to support on that, or which is going to be placed on that channel, is going to be different from what you are pointing for a digital marketing perspective or a service based perspective. So design is going to be an integral factor which is which stays consistent throughout all these journeys. And strategy is again comes on the two basic in the upper two layers, which is channel and customer journey. Because once you have a set of users, we can further fine tune them and deliver personalized experiences for them when they come back to our website, or make them using that or target audience. We can retarget them on various ad platforms or in different platforms uh, to bring them back to our service and make them our client. So that is where strategy comes into play. So we can also go into a lot of other things which I'm not going to go into now. If you guys are interested, if anyone is interested in developing these kinds of marketing automation platforms, just give me a ping. I'll definitely help you out. These are some of the learnings which I have learned from my experiences and created to help my students. I'm actually doing a training on a finishing school on digital, teaching some of the students on one of my previous company's finishing school in Cochin as well. So this is a framework which I use there to help them learn digital marketing initiatives.
Thank you, Anoop, for taking us through your journey, your learning journey. Indeed, this is a framework which could be understood by seasoned digital marketers. So you have covered almost all the 360-degree frameworks here, and I request all the audience and the viewers out here to connect with Anoop to learn more about digital marketing in detail. He has really made a wonderful explanation about all the frameworks which is being used in the cutting edge scenarios. Next, I'll take this opportunity to briefly describe my experience with marketing and branding. It was a career shift for me as an entrepreneur to join, create a team with Rakesh Chandran and form an establishment called Urban Muse Private Limited. So what we do with Urban Muse is that we create brand identities. We help positioning brands uh, uh, with in relation to the target audiences, and providing them the customers with frameworks for reach and engagement and retention strategies. So we have this events platform TGIF. I think few of us few of the participants was asking what is the marketing strategy of a concept like TGIF is. I'll be explaining on it more. What TGIF is basically is a talk show event platform, and it depends upon disseminating contents from people's from all walks of life. And basically, they are people who have done something in the social arena, social something to the society. So our idea of establishing a events platform like this is to uh, inculcate more of positive journeys and a positive outlook in the society, so that people will be bombarded consistently with positive stories, and out of that, something new develops. Because if you check out the media right now, and social media is cluttered with all the negative sentiments, and all kind of news which is bombarding you without even your liking. And the news itself is half-cooked news with some post-truth element also added in here. So that's where platforms like Tales to Getting platform. TGIF is basically an event, which is a physical event occurring at the heart of the city, which is being attended by around 100 to 150 audiences. And in this event is just like a speaker event format where again we have a community of speakers addressing a community of audiences. So there, what happens is the exchange of ideas where people connect with each other, people relate with each other. That's the whole crux of TGIF. And while doing the TGIF event, we get to interact with a lot of people as well as firms, because we are actually promoting few professionals and entrepreneurs through these platforms, and many other professions like photographers, artists, etc. come to this platform. So we are an ecosystem of such people who are having access to a lot of audience, and that is where we maintain a connect for the brands to talk to their audiences, for organizations to talk to their audiences, for individuals to communicate their ideas. And if you ask about TGIF, we have a couple of speakers from the EPGP community as well who had spoken in our platform. We have a digital YouTube channel. We have digitized our stories during the past 6 or 8 months, and you can find it in the YouTube channel as well. And beyond that, beyond what we do in Urban Muse is that we do a lot of strategic marketing solutions. We offer strategic marketing solutions for our clients. And I was more or less interested in marketing myself, and I had done marketing for my firm Opsitech, and that was more or less into product marketing, hardware product marketing across the country. So in that case, it's more or less like attending offline events like conferences, meeting the customers at their facilities, a lot of technical discussions ongoing, tender quoting and tender submission processes involved. So gradually moving from this instrumentation marketing to services marketing and into the field of media was an experience which I had been cherishing so much in the past, because I love the area of media marketing, digital marketing, and I have been worked in a few organizations as their content leads before beginning this establishing this platform. So this is again a diversification of my individual business portfolio, and this brings a lot of local clients for my firm and for me as well. So that is what basically Urban Muse is basically into. And the experience which I got is from Urban Muse is that we have ideated a lot of engaging interactions for our platforms as well, and also a lot of brands which would enable them to talk to their audiences, get the customer reach, target customer reach and engagement. And I also got a question: what is the marketing strategy like for event like TGA? So to attract, to pull a crowd of 100 to 150 audiences in a city like Kochi, it requires a bit of strategic marketing. So digital people rely a lot on digital, but it is not actually the digital platforms where we get actual loyal audience from. This talk show is attended by a lot of premium audiences from a premium community, mostly based around Info Park and a lot of areas in Kochi where people frequent. So what we broadly do is that we rely on offline marketing techniques, like we drop some flyers and posters in where people congregate, who people who are inclined to listen to stories congregate. For example, it might be a cafeteria in the info park or related. It might be a restaurant or a coffee shop. So this is an example where we target niche audience based on their propensity to turn out to an event. So apart from that, we maintain a loyal fan following or loyal audience because of the content which we are presenting. Good content will always have good audiences. If you create engaging content, engaging ideations, if you consistently communicate your target audiences, and we maintain a brand image that we are a company where we get good content, and that's where our actual strength lies. So that is my short-term learning, and Urban Muse is just a two-year-old company. It's getting into third year, and we have been learning, we have been exploring, we have been interacting with a lot of people in the industry, clients in the industry. We have been engaging in consultancy projects as well, with the partnership of few of our core team members. So that is where Urban Muse is currently positioned, and we will get to know more as we interact offline and otherwise. So I will pass on the baton to Rakesh. I think Rakesh will have a lot to speak about his digital marketing experience. And Rakesh is also experimenting himself in the media. I think he has a YouTube channel of his own. I think he do it as a passion. He has a YouTube channel as well. He has been started reviewing, introducing some contents, and basically he's also an artist who's interested in movies, direction, etc. Isn't it, Rakesh? So I think he has a lot of ideas, a lot of experiences with him to speak about. I'll hand over the mic to Rakesh.
Thank you, Harikrishnan. Based on the learnings, what I would say that I started my career as a teacher, and then slowly, because I had an interest in writing and all, and I decided to join the content marketing industry. And it was my first placement in Palakkad, a company named Tarang BPC. They were into multi-level marketing and all. So I was part of the content team. I was working on the articles, blogs, and audio translation works and all. And then I had the chance to work in the newsletter sections and all. So I was pretty happy with the work because I had a passion for writing and I was getting a job in that field itself. So I was very happy with the work. And suddenly then I got a call from Chennai. It was an astrology-based company, and I moved there. So when I went there, I learned a lot about SEO. In Kerala, when I was working, I didn't know anything about SEO, and from there I understood what is SEO and what is the importance of it in content marketing actually. So I learned the basics from my boss, who had been in this field for almost 4 to 5 years. He taught me all the ABCD of SEO and all, and slowly I started to apply them in my articles also. So as I mentioned that my articles uh, came in the first like top three positions and during the World Cup time, and it like almost 5 to 6 articles came during that time. And during that time, what it was that our company website, which used to get almost 4 lakh monthly traffic during that time, with these articles itself, we got around 6 to 7 lakh traffic in 2011, March, April time. So what helped me was that the proper utilization of the SEO words in the article, and the proper working on the meta descriptions, title, and all those things. So I understood that how to use the this thing, and I understood how to crack the this thing. And during that time, we were having a, white label partnership with Sifi and OneIndia.com. So my articles were mostly in Sifi and for One India. And slowly we started to work on articles for our company also, that is Astrobet also. So during that time, I was not, I didn't know much that how an SEO can help me in growing my content career and all. But these things actually helped me boost my confidence and work on all those things and all. And the next learning, what I this thing is that for the past 3 to 4 years, I have been getting some inquiries and calls from some of my few friends who were telling that, okay, you are in this field, how I can product my how my I can market my product in the field, what should I do, and all. They just want their product to be available online. They don't have much expectations, and they only focus on that, okay, this needs to be there in the market, how much will be my cost. uh, the simplest thing is that they will ask if I can do it in my 20,000 rupees, or if I can do it in 30,000 rupees, how much should I invest in this? So I usually ask them that what is their main location, because in order to market a product, you need to understand your product, and also key areas where these things should be done, like geographical location, if you have any particular keywords to be focused and all, and are they targeting any specific segments, or any particular age group, and all those things came into this thing. And based on this, and based on the location also, suppose if it is India and suppose if it is US, so based on these things only a person, a digital marketer, can tell that how much will be the uh, cost, or how much will you have to spend. Because as I am presently working in the cybersecurity and training industry, I can tell you that the word cybersecurity, when we put up a search engine ad, and this thing, it ranges from 30 rupees to 60 rupees based on the daily thing. But if you want to put up your ad in the US for the same keyword, you might have to spend out around 400 rupees for the same thing, if you need your word to be an ad to come up in the first. So it depends on the locations also, based on the currency and all those things, it keeps on changing. And I always have felt that the Facebook, most of the people think that if I open a Facebook page, I would be able to reach more of the audience. You can reach more of the audience, but the thing is that you need to shell out a lot of money, because based on the new things and all, Facebook has also restricted their reach. uh, the things that once it was in 2010 or 2020, 2015 and all those things, the reach has specifically come down from what. And that's why Facebook has now come up with an option of boost posting, and also that first we need to pay money to get the likes and all, and then we have to again pay the money to at least reach them. So if we have a 1 lakh followers in our page, and we need to reach all the followers, we may have to shell a lot of money. But if it is there, that if you have active audiences and all, and I feel that Instagram is a lot better thing while you do the marketing for the thing. And Instagram and Facebook both are better for branding purposes, but if you need traffic and conversion and all, I feel that Google ads are a lot better. And if you are working on the financial part, then I can display ads are better lot than search engine words, because these ads can come in everywhere, anywhere actually, even in YouTube. And you can also choose your if you have a particular website in mind, and if they have an option to that, you can even choose it there, that I need to display this ad in this section. The money will be different, like for each this thing they have a particular source. So based on that, I think that this is the so this is the learning experience what I have, and from of the experience.
Thank you, Rakesh, for your learning. Now we will move on to Srividya. Srividya, could you help the audience understand more about digital marketing you do, and your personal and professional experience with digital marketing?
Yes, obviously. Thank you, Harikrishnan. Actually, the first key takeaway or my professional learning would be always keep your eyes and ears open. Why I would say is like a thought process can come from anywhere. Either it can if you're reading an article, or it might be you see an ad, or if you see a video. Because there was an instance where I see an ad in paper. It's I don't remember. It's exactly some more around a pen, an ad of a pen. It was during the elections, and they had beautifully connected their product with elections. So we thought of having, since we do have a online trading platform wherein the users just use like with fingers they are using. We thought of implementing that sign, no, voting sign in the finger, and we can ask them to vote, cast your vote properly. Like that, we connected it. It was just a thought which came from an ad. like that. So it will be very helpful for you if you're like if you're reading articles, or there is one agency called Social Samosa, where I used to follow them rigorously, because I can see they will share the most beautiful ads, or like post social media posts, especially of popular brands when it comes to an event. For example, if it is Dhoni's retirement, so many brands has come up with a beautiful social media post on that. Or if it is a or if it is like some other event, most of the brands will connect that. Like that, we also did during the time of Abhinandan, that was objective Abhinandan, we connected it with the secrecy, and we told to our customers it is very important for us to keep the password secretly. Always keep your secrets. Like that, we were able to connect it. That is where the relevance. So always keep your eyes and ears open. You will get a thought from everywhere. You will get a thought from your friend, or you will get a thought from a video you're watching in Facebook. It might be a casual video, but you will somewhat you will get a thought. And the next thing I would say is like look for the smallest details when you're posting a if you're posting a particular what in social media. If you're posting a if you're posting a post, okay, so please do spell check. Also look for the size. Also I would say always check that size in mobile, because most of the users are using their mobile. So it should be your whatever your creatives should be absolutely should be visible in mobile. It should not be like in an awkward size wherein users will not come back to you. So always keep it in your mind, like whenever you please look for the finest details, like the spell check you do, or with the pixels, that Facebook is having different pixels, and LinkedIn is having different pixels. Instagram will have a different pixel. So always keep that in your mind when you're doing creatives. At least that will avoid the last minute rush, because we had experienced so many times where we thought like, okay, initial days I thought of like, okay, Facebook and LinkedIn almost most of the same, that I can share the post, but there were instances where it came very awkward. So that is another thing. And also, whenever you're handling platforms, especially for those who are consulting, those who are into the field of consulting, you might be handling so many Facebook accounts or so many accounts of your customers. So always be alert on the changes or the guideline, any guideline changes in any of the platforms. That means, for example, last week I saw in Play Store, I used to comment on our Play Store app. Okay? So in the Play Store, they have changed the entire user experience and all, and that is getting implemented from today. That is from November 1st. These are the minute details which we may miss. If it is for me, it was very easy because I was handling only my company's account. But if it is I'm in a consultant role or something, I might handle so many accounts. So it is difficult for me. So normally for all the changes, if it is in Google Ads or something, Google will send a reminder mails to you. Even if it is in Facebook, like Rakesh told, earlier there was like you will get maximum number of reach in your Facebook, but now you can see that it depends on the search you are doing. Because if, for example, if you're searching a video related to a fight scene or something in movie, you will get so many series of them. Or if it is like you're watching a comedy scene if you're just clicking on a comedy scene, or if you're just watching a TikTok video, it's a TikTok video on Facebook or something, you will get related videos to that. That is how the search is happening, or the interest is based on the customer. And whatever be you follow, whatever pages you're following, or you will be following so many pages, or you will be having so many friends in Facebook, but you will be able to see only few of them, few of their posts, or few of the posts of the pages you're following. It's obviously because that Facebook is restricting that. So when it's come to Facebook marketing, please keep in your mind. And I would always say, as an organization, it is always better to get an organic reach rather than like boosting your post. Yes, boosting your post is required, but as an organization, it is always better to get your employees reach as much as you can, because we as a brand should always like that employees should have to connect with us. Okay, this is our brand, and if they are posting or sharing our posts in whatever social media platforms we are sharing, no, it is the best organic reach we'll get. These are the key takeaways I would say. That's it. Thank you.
Yes, Srividya, it's nice to hear you speak about organic reach because this is the most discussed topic these days because the reach is basically people have been focusing on a lot of inorganic reach, a lot of ads, intrusive ads, and it is organic reach which gets actual engagement and connect to the brand and retention aspect. So with this note, I'll move on to Amarnath. Amarnath will be having a lot of experiences working with the top-notch brands in the country as well as international brands. So he'll be sharing the professional learning. Yes.
Thank you, Hari. Actually, I think as an entrepreneur, let me share a couple of learnings initially, be it on any domain, be it on media, IT or IT-enabled services, or it could be anything, even agriculture. Of course, there is a glorified image is being given to startups and startup entrepreneurs, at least in the last 5 to 8 years, happening across the world, especially in this country. My personal opinion is like, if you irresistibly wanted to be an entrepreneur, if you badly, madly, deeply wanted to create something, it could be an organization, it could be a business, a mission, then only it is your cup of tea actually. Because I've been observing, I'm very much connected, fortunately very much connected with the startup ecosystem in this state, Kerala, as well as multiple startup ecosystems in this country. So when we engage with young startups, of course, our startup is also young, but comparatively the younger startups, many of them, I'm not saying most, but many of them try to become try to kickstart the startup journey out of the kind of poster boy image they could have received, the kind of media attention for the startup can have at this point in time. So those kind of glory, the aura is what exactly inspired them, not the core idea on which what they're exactly doing or the core business or the domain. So beyond the domain, beyond the idea, beyond all these core values, they are more attracted to the results of being an entrepreneur. So my humble suggestion is like, try for the journey only if you are truly inspired with an idea which would address a problem, an idea which would help people, an idea which would inspire you to jump out of your bed in the morning, an idea which would create wealth for you to, have a wonderful life on this planet. So that is my primary learning as an entrepreneur. And about the domain where I'm working is content creation. In a broader manner, we can call it like creating digital asset. So I talk to my clients. I recommend to my clients like, this is the best time. This is the right time. This is the right time to invest heavily on your digital platforms. There was a study of Cisco's recent report shows that by 2022, 82 to 87% of internet traffic is going to be invaded by video content. So what I suggest to my clients now is like, I call it 2% theory. So whatever the business you are going to acquire in a financial year, invest 2% of your business for creating digital asset. And I recommend them to invest 80 to 87% of their investment on digital asset. Give that investment on creating video content. I'm not saying you should give that business to CAT. No, give to any company which is convincing, which makes sense to you. But it is high time to create digital content because the warfare is going digital. Even if you're an organization performing extremely well, but there will be another company, they won't perform well on the ground, but their digital presence might be 10 times better than yours, which would create a different aura to your buyers, your customers. So if you truly doing a wonderful business, create digital content, invest on digital assets. It is high time for that. So these are the two. There are lots of learning, but the time is restricted. But one is about the entrepreneurship, and second one is about investing on digital assets. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Amarnath, there is a question. There's a question from an audience. I'll begin with
Okay.
Amarnath, the question. It has been asked that how do you normally measure growth in marketing industry? Do you actually track the revenue growth of your clients as a marker to measure your growth?
Of course, the growth has been measured and managed. We work with the corporate as an extended arm. Even though we are a different company, a team, but we indulge with their team, their marketing team, their corporate communication team. And we'll also bring some consultants, some people who are great at analytics. So it's a collaborative execution. We set the content strategy, we set the creative aspect of the content, we learn about the organization, and we create the weapon to be loaded and fire. So there are analysts, there are people who could do analysis, which we bring sometimes as a consultant or some internal teams. We have multiple channels to leverage to that project, depends on the budget and market of the client. Along with that, we also closely work with the marketing team along with the key decision maker of the organization. Because in 2017, when I worked with a company in this country, they wanted to expand their business in Europe and South America, and they were doing $500 million business, 3,000 crores, and they were number 7 in their domain, and they wanted to become number 2 by 2025 with a $1.5 billion business. So that's their vision. So this vision is purely can be transferred to us from their key decision makers. It could be a managing director, it could be a chief executive officer. So we understand the vision, we learn about the organization. We think whether is it good time, good cake to bite. If it is so, then yeah, we'll join with the team. We'll assign some dedicated members from our team. Creative guy. Is measured, then how can we literally say that we bring positive impact on business growth? That's not possible, no? So of course it is measured and managed.
One more question. What is 365 days of gratitude about? And what is your vision in bringing up such an engagement program, or is it a pet project of your own? What is behind?
No. Actually, it has got no. It is not being kickstarted on my professional avatar. Okay, it's my very personal initiative, and it's a funny thing actually. 365 days of gratitude. Actually, I kickstarted the day next to my birthday this year. I happened to be in my apartment. I happened to be quite alone because my family was at home, my hometown. So this is the very first time I was celebrating my birthday alone. So I was just thought like, okay, it's not that. For a couple of instances, I felt like bad being alone and celebrating a birthday without even a cake. It is not that you should have a cake, but we celebrated really well in the previous year. So I felt really bad about it. So when I was about to go to bed, I felt like I brought a sense of positivity back to my consciousness, and I felt like, no, we didn't celebrate a birthday, we didn't have a cake, but we are very much privileged to have this wonderful life. And I was, when I recalling the whole 30 years of my life, I felt like I'm very much fortunate and we are having a wonderful life on this planet. So I felt like, okay, I think this is the right time to engage and communicate this idea to my friends that we are very much privileged to have this wonderful life. So I thought like I should share, picking each and every element of my life and convey my gratitude as a social media post spontaneously. So that is the core idea behind 365 days of gratitude. It's my gratitude to the ultimate for making me what I am today and leading me a wonderful light to go ahead. And one more thing I have got to say at this point in time, according to the numbers, half of the population in this country, or in the world, approximately 3.8 billion people, they don't have no clue about internet. They are totally, literally offline. And about a billion people in this world go to bed without having a dinner. So these are numbers. So knowing all these things, we are having a wonderful life on this planet. So yeah, that led me to do that campaign. Not a campaign, it's my series. This is the 61st day actually, and it has got no professional business with of me as a CEO in that. Thank you.
Kudos for doing that and getting back the positivity, giving back the positivity and gratitude to the world. I'll next may I ask Srividya to take the question next. There's a question being posed: as a new way of life is getting emerged across the world and the uncertainty of the future, how can we reshape the digital marketing for investment? I think I guess the question has asked how can we reshape the digital marketing techniques for in the field of investments, like you are into an investment digital investment platform. And one more question I would like to add on as an adder is that you have been developing a mutual funds application. So is it is that an application specific to Geojit or do you have any other such apps in the market? Which is it a unique thing to Geojit? May you take both of the questions together?
Yeah, I'll answer the question. First, let me answer this. How can we reshape the digital marketing for investments? I would proudly say investments or the financial markets is the one which was way ahead of this what pandemic time, I would say, because we had seen that in pandemic times most of the organizations are coming into digital, but financial services is the one platform which travel ahead of that. Actually, when it comes to investments, now all our competitors, including us, okay, everyone in financial services field is now looking into digital onboarding of clients. Like we also have a platform called Digital Onboard that we can onboard our customers completely digitally. Digital onboarding is possible. That is complete account opening made it into digital. So earlier we had offline campaigns also, but now what we are doing is like our complete focus has been changed into online. Whether it is Google Ads or like if it is normally our most of our focus are in Google Ads only. Why it is like we believe as a brand for our social media channels is being kept for branding. It is where you can see Geojit as a brand where you can meet all your financial investments under one umbrella. That is one impact we are trying to create among the investors, because it is very easy for you for us to buy a laptop or a mobile, but it is very difficult for the people to make an investment, which is an essential part of our life. Most of us, including me, okay, before joining Geojit, I would say before joining to Geojit, investment would be the last thing which I do with my salary. Now I understand the importance of investment. Being in a working in a financial services sector, I would prefer my first thing once I get salary, I would allocate my funds towards the running investments only. And it is very difficult for us to make the client or make a customer come into an investment, even if it is through digital platforms. And that is like somebody is clicked on an ad on Geojit, we can remarket it. Like we can, when that client goes to money control, we can show that ad there. When he comes, when he searches something about, when he comes to a YouTube channel, we can show the account opening procedure, like a video on walkthrough on account opening procedure like that. But it is it is a very I would say it is a very difficult effort to convince the customer about the importance of investment. So what we are now focusing is like creating awareness of investments among the I would say among the entire community, and I can happily see that many youngsters are moving into investments Like they started doing mutual funds, and many thanks to that mutual funds Rahihe campaign, which had create awareness among common people or millennials. It created an awareness like that. We started creating awareness. That is what the first step we are doing in while doing in digital platforms. And like in the digital platforms are based on this, our initiative is we had a creative thought called Stock Market Gurukul, where we will introduce the most common terms which is used in the financial jargons, which is used in stock markets, like what is seal price, what is floor price. If you're asking a common man, he don't know. Even though he is trading, he won't know that. Or what is IPO, what is FPO, like that, a common terms, no, which we used to read in rotten newspaper, but no one just they will they just ignore it. We just want to create awareness among the investors. And also the one thing I would like to say is, like, as far as Indians are concerned, their investments pattern are really into gold and real estate only. Only very small percentage, almost 2% or 3% are into equity investments only. And the irony is, equity investments gives you the best return when comparing to the other fixed investments. So it is like bringing the the tradition of investment into the financial sector, and thereby leading the countries, or thereby giving an economic growth. That is obviously our investments will lead into economic growth. That will help our country, I think, and I'm so proud to be part of that financial journey. And I hope I answered the question.
Yes, indeed, Srividya. It was again a classic example of how you shift the consumer behavior by spreading awareness. So next we'll move on to Rakesh. Rakesh is being asked a question. Being in the industry for a few years, how do you see the shift in marketing needs of company on a client perspective? That is, client is coming you with such and such a requirement or a budget or a specific action plan. So how do you deal with the client in such a scenario in the market?
Uh, Frankly speaking, I have been working for my company only, like mainly even the first company where I was working, it was an astrological based services. So we are not providing services to different companies and all, and so most of our things will be concentrated on our company needs only. And the second company also, it is the same thing. The main thing that I have noticed is that while in the previous companies that I was working is earlier when I had joined the industry and all in 2010 and all those things, we usually had a fixed amount for offline marketing, like for giving advertisement in newspapers and all. And by the year 2014-15, I had seen a huge difference that the amount that they had uh, uh, segmented for the offline marketing or for newspapers and all, it had reduced by almost 75 percentage. Like if during that time, if we need to have an advertisement in the front page, we need to give a amount of around 5 lakhs for the Times of India, something like that in Chennai and all. And the thing was that the advertisement will be there for only one day, and most of the second day or the third day, when we see that most of the people, either it would have been the waste paper, no one would be taking care of that, and we would not be able to identify or find out like what is the ROI from the advertisement that we had given. So when it came to digital marketing, online marketing, we are able to understand that okay, we are getting revenue from this scheme, how many clicks are there, how many people have visited the ads, and how much is the traction and all those things. So this thing has been growing, and in the recent times I have seen a lot of companies and lot of my friends who are in the uh, offline marketing field and all, they have shown an interest to do marketing in the online platform, like whether in that services delivery team, whether in the pharmaceutical section, whether in the footwear, even in the footwear market and all. They need to know that how much is the market which or how much money should I spend if I am moving from the offline to the online marketing field. So it all depends, because if a person is only targeting, suppose in the Kakanad region, he does not have to spend much amount on the this thing. Only if he is going for the entire Kochi region and all, the amount would differ. But if he is a shop in Kakanad region and he is focusing only on those areas, it would be a very minimal amount only, and they can also track the traffic that they are generating, and based on those things they can work upon that. So this is the thing that I feel.
Okay, thank you, Rakesh, for sharing the insights. Now we have questions to Anoop. Anoop is being asked, how should the digital marketing change to cater to the new normal post-COVID? So, what is the shift you expect in digital marketing trends post-COVID?
Okay, to answer this, it's already been done by our co-panelists here. So I'll tie it out everything together and give an idea of what's my perception about it. Being a digital marketer, there is nothing called a normal. Every night after you wake up, there is going to be either hell or it's going to be rosy. You can't say anything. So you have to be at your toes. Because our enemies are not just the external factors like COVID or anything. Even Google algorithm update, if you are focusing on SEO, can throw a wrench at your perfectly working or perfectly lead generating campaigns, or any changes to the paid algorithms which Google Ads or any other ad platforms are running can have an impact on your advertisement campaign, and you can lose out. So, as one person, Rakesh said, so you have to keep your eyes in the data. We are really behind that, especially the Indian market is really behind it when we compare to the US and other European markets. We are just getting catching up on it. Analytics is one of the key component moving forward, because it gives you the power to consolidate your audience and retarget them and make the most out of them. How you are going to do it? First step, you have to create content which can be videos or blogs. First thing you have to do in terms of that is to bring change the perception. Most of the industries, people are not aware why they should do. Instead of directly promoting your product, build your audience, give them tips why they should do it, nudge them towards that focus of yours, converting them, make them convert to your product. This additionally helps, like Srividya said, attention to detail and creating awareness content is going to showcase the trust and also the knowledge factor which your company has. That eventually will lead to creating a brand impression, like these guys know what they're doing. They share every detail, they don't hide anything, even the tiniest aspect they share with us. That brand impression creates that impression in a customer's mind or a user's mind, will make them come back to you. And once that is captured in the data, like Rakesh said, we can always retarget them and get most out of them. Then another aspect is investing in videos or digital assets, be it video or images. These are two important things, because they not just text content. People don't really go through the entire text content, but in a 2-minute video can give a 150 worded or 500 worded content with simple and more powerful. That's why I agree with Amarnath. We should be creating more videos, because the attention span, video caters to the attention span of people. Most of us would, even if we stream YouTube now, most of us will do the 5-second thing and just get out of that, skip, wait for that skip button. But that 5 seconds which you get is essentially crucial. So it creates a thought in your target user's mind. So these details needs to be covered. Another factor which US and other markets already took up was going local. When we talk to a client in India, they just want to market throughout India. They don't want to see the market size. They don't want to look into anything else. First thing they need to understand is their local market is very powerful. First, try to cater to the need. Why? Even if you consider SEO, the local market, if you combine it with the Google Search Console and Google My Business, you can get really good results in 3 months. Where if you are doing a pan India thing, pan-India focus, you might take up to 6 months to get a result. So that is another factor which we need to consider. Go local. Your local customers are really powerful. That's the second portion. And third portion, again, I'm coming back to the user analytics, because that is a core feature or a journey or retargeting where you have the power to control your budget. If you are running in a shoestring budget, if you can specifically trigger some events from based on user activities on your website or browsers, whether a person has actually, if you are adding videos to your page and if he has seen 30% or 50% of your video, if you have that data, you can actually retarget them and showing them this what is additional to them. In the next ad which you are going to show in YouTube, you can actually show him what is the next step to do. So that is one other thing that we need to keep in mind. So these are the three things which I think is key moving forward, which Indian market has to really consider this.
Okay. An audience question again. They want to know, where do you place yourself in your career and thought process after years of rigorous learning?
Well, that depends. Currently, I just in TCS itself, after I joined, I just moved two positions to pre-sales teams. So I don't know whether I'll stay in this team or go back to designing solutions or actually working in this solution. So for now, it's the pre-sales team and creating solutions for digital clients.
Okay. We have a question from Maya to Amarnath Shankar. She wants to know, what marketing strategies did you implement for your brand, Cat Entertainment, Cat Production?
We always let our product speak for us. I think that is the best strategy any company, any brand can ever have. If you are confident enough on your product, let your product speak. Give great quality output. Speak with enthusiasm. If you truly have that confidence on your product, you will, that, ultimately in sales, people say, no, we cannot sell a product. We can only transfer the confidence and enthusiasm you have on your product to your prospective client. So when that enthusiasm is transformed, the sale is done. So similarly, what we deliver a great quality, and we call it cat quality. There is a hashtag also there. If you check any social media platform, if you check for cat quality, you will get to know about it. We branded that quality standard also there, and we don't take all the projects coming in. We also evaluate the client, how they are serious about the project. Are they, a lot of serious matrices are there to evaluate the client, and we pick them. We fortunately enough to play with the big brands, and even in the state of Kerala, we play with. We have engagements. We done business with Synthite or Milma or the government of Kerala, or all the IT parks in the state, government of Andhra Pradesh, state government of Maharashtra. So how we do this is by giving the best, and മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയുവാണെങ്കിൽ, 10 രൂപയുടെ ഒരു ചായ ഒരാൾക്ക് വാങ്ങിക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ അതിനകത്ത് നമ്മളൊരു ഏലക്ക അവിടെ പൊടിച്ചിട്ട് കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ that is something beyond what he has expected, right? So deliver more than offered to the client. Then the client will speak for you. In my business, if we have worked over 100 corporates in this country and APAC and Europe, I would say more than 50% of the client business closed by referrals given from different clients. They vouched on us actually. So this is our strategy. I'm not saying this is the only strategy possible. We try to deliver the best quality results and output on our end, and we let our clients speak for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Amarnath. You only learn things by being there in the field, being there in the battlefield, and having experienced all the heat. So let us have a interaction with among us. So in case people want to pose questions to each other, please feel free to ask among the panelists. Is anyone having questions to ask your peers present here? Okay.
Hi. So I have just two questions, one for Amarnath and one for Srividya. So, Amar, when you do consult with your clients and come up with these storyboards, what are the key factors that you look like to design a campaign or design a specific video in your interaction with your client? And then to Srividya, when you create these social articles and social shares, are you guys trying to create any user profiles or target any specific campaigns for specific audiences, or are these mostly connected to generic like user factors? Like, what is this current socio-political environment, and focusing on creating a campaign based on that, or is it tailored to some specific trigger set by user groups or some target audiences?
So let me, yeah, pick the call. When we interact with the client, we have different procedures, and for example, we have a standard questionnaire. That's an initial trigger we get from the client. That response is being discussed in the creative team, and we go for the next round of discussions. In that specific questionnaire, or in the whole process, we try to understand what exactly the client wanted to do. What are the numbers they are targeting? Are these very serious? Which is the demography? What is the geopolitical situation of that demography? What kind of content? What is the culture of the targeted audience? A lot of things. If they say someone is going for a business expansion and they go to raise a $10 million, so the targeted audience is an investor, right, or a VC. But if you wanted to sell a mobile phone in the state of Kerala during Onam, like we did the Vivo campaign, which is the most rated campaign in the last 3 months in the state of Kerala, we got 1.5 million views collectively on digital platforms, and it has also broadcasted through the entire major satellite channels in the state of Kerala. So that is all about with an ardent part, folk song, a Malayalam folk song with dances and music and pappadam, pachadi, gichadi, payasam, and all those stuff. So understand the target audience. Key communication points. These are the matrices we need to. It's a very basic thing. I mean, it's not a rocket science. It's a very common sense, basic common sense. But that is not the communication point needed to be when we need to target, when our client wanted to target an investor. We have helped, we have track records. Even for the startups in the state of Kerala, we have helped 4 to 5 startups to go for crowdfunding campaigns in the United States through Kickstarter and Indiegogo, and they have raised millions of dollars out of thin air, even without the product. They had just the idea, this is the product to be, okay, just the design. We made the product live. We made it, using visual effects, characters, people. We made the product real, action movie, and we streamed through Indiegogo and Kickstarter. For those who don't know about Indiegogo and Kickstarter are the most rated crowdfunding platforms operated from the United States. If you have got a wonderful idea, you can host that idea with a wonderful video, and people will invest in your company. So even in the companies in the state of Kerala, I mean, without the product, they have raised $200,000, $500,000, 4.5 crore is what one of my friends raised out of thin air. Okay, so the key communication point would be different. Learning the targeted audience, learning the spirit of the company. There is no predefined formula for this. It's very plug and play kind of thing. Is what my limited understanding. I don't know. Yeah, this is my experience all about. Thank you.
Over to you, Srividya.
Mike, your question, right? Actually, we have generic campaigns and target-based campaigns also. Especially, we do a campaign called Salary Day. Like it is normally in the first 10 days of the month. So normally we used to target very young. It's like a person's age group between 25 to 40. That is the age limit we used to target for the Salary Day campaign. That is investments or focusing investments on mutual funds. That is our target. But there are some generic campaigns like account opening or some other campaigns related to SIPs or something like that. We do generic also. But the thing is when it comes to investments, what I had come across from my experience, what I understood is if you are doing a generic campaign, if it is for account opening on a larger audience, for a larger audience, it will not have a much impact on them, because those who are looking into seriously into investments would come back to us. Otherwise, those who are not understanding what is investment, why I'm saying is uh, I still remember a scenario. I started my career in ICICI Securities, and it was in the year 2008 when recession happened. Okay, so when recession happened and the markets tanked from 21, the Sensex was at 21,000 and it came to 7,000. And Manorama, the local news, it's a national. I'm sorry, it's a national Malayalam newspaper, has mentioned in the first page it has mentioned Ohari Vipani Idinyu, and it's like stock markets fall, and some person was lying in the table, lost everything. That is the impact that has given by a paper. Okay, so when it comes to stock market investments, everyone is having that fear. Still, when I talk to so many of my friends, my colleagues, my ex-colleagues, or my relatives, and all, oh, you are coming from stock market, so we don't want to invest. Actually, we lose the money. The only thing is why you're losing the money is absolutely people don't master their ego. That is the problem. When it come back to investments, no, it's thinking everyone is thinking what I'm doing is right. It is not like that. Might be you were right, I was wrong. It is like somebody, an experienced person, to tell you what is right and wrong, and people won't admit it. Even you and me won't admit that somebody is telling me, hey, what you have done is not right. So I think it is obviously targeting a specific group of audience had given us more leads than going to generic audience. I think Anoop, I have answered your question.
Yes, of course. I have a question to Rakesh. I think we have exceeded our time. Still, we'll go on for last 5 minutes. I have a question to Rakesh. If you are launching a production film of your own, which is either directed by you or produced by you or acted by you, will you go for an offline marketing paradigm? Because you are a digital marketer, and I'm asking you what are offline marketing techniques will you use, and what will be your budget allocation of that particular content be like?
Basically, if I'm going for a production or this thing, mostly I would try to do the normal marketing things that are already in the film field or this thing. Apart from that, I would be definitely focusing on the digital marketing, because you see, if anything is being launched online, or even whatever it is being, you can see now a lot of market share has come from OTT and digital platforms, and all. Even companies like Amazon, Netflix, and all, they are so much interested in investing in these platforms. So definitely online would be my go-to market. Apart from that, yes, we do, if it is a movie and all, you might have seen posters and all, yeah, those things would be definitely there. But investing in online marketing is what I feel comfortable, and I also feel that it would be the need of the hour. Suppose I might be doing something after 10 years or something, so by that time almost everyone would have internet access and all, everything would be focusing on online field and all. So definitely having teasers, promotions, and all those things, trying to get a partnership with OTT platforms and all, it would be better for me. So definitely I would be going the online field on.
So the shift in trend and shift in things are definitely going moving towards online. Any more questions posed among the panelists? Okay. If not, we'll be
I would
concluding this
like
session.
to
Okay.
ask, I'm
Please,
sorry,
please.
I would like to ask one question to Anoop.
Okay, please.
Uh, Anoop, what was your biggest challenge, or how did you there were instances in our professional life where we stand still. We don't know what we are going to do. So how did, if You had any such instances? If yes, how did you overcome that?
Well, I had a lot of those instances. So before I came into this digital marketing world, I initially started my own firm, then got backstabbed by my own partners. So I just wound up that within 6 months. Then I actually spent a lot of savings in my from 10th onwards. I started saving after degree. You can start this. This is going to be your, I actually wanted to be a pilot back when I'm studying 10th and 12th. So by that time, I know it's going to be very costly. I can't rely on my parents or have a huge debt on them. So I started saving, and with that saving, I started my first business. I invested in that. Then my one of my partner backstabbed us, and the whole project is gone. We don't know. We spent at least around 6 lakhs. There was no that's back in 2010, 11. There was nothing in front of us. That is one instance where we got back to this. Initially, when I passed out of this degree, in the initial years back in 2011, I was made up my mind that I won't go into marketing. I won't go into BPO. First thing I did was get into a BPO job because I had to survive. I had to get out of Kochi to keep my peace of mind. If I if I saw that person, I would have been here now. It would be a different perspective. Then after I got into this digital marketing world, in the initial part, I told you about an instance with Clarem Industries. That was during my, after completing 1 year, a client losing 80,000 Canadian dollars over the span of 2 days, just 2 days. The pressure that had to come from top, what really happened, why those ads went black and got blacklisted. You have to reply for that $80,000. The client is asking the company to pay. So had to survive that. I had to give them a specific written response, like what my team had done to cause that loss or why we failed. That is one issue that we faced. As we developed, there were a lot of other issues like this. So the fact is, you need to learn from each of these lessons. From then onwards, I just got double check everything. Even if programmers said that they will do everything, they did everything. Personally, go there and have a look at the major key points. Keep learning from each and every aspect, each and every fall. Even though you don't know what to do, you might stare it for 10, 15 minutes. What I do is, if I lose my mind, I just shut off everything, plug in my earphones, hear some music, just get out of that environment, then come back with a fresh mind and think what's next. Immediate thing to do. Then proceed from there. One single step, one small step might be needed, but it will help you a long way. That's what my lessons taught me. Never give up. That's one thing.
Thank you for taking the question, Anoop. Any more questions?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, Amarnath.
Not a question.
Yeah.
No, it's a no. I'm so sorry to know that your first venture was a what didn't perform well, Anoop. So, are you totally given up of
No, no.
trying an enterprise, or do you have any
Actually,
plan to? Can you share your
yeah, sure.
plans if
So
you have got
basically,
any?
apart from working at TCS, I run my with a partner of mine. I run a technology company. We are currently doing 6 projects.
Can we declare that in public? Is it possible?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
okay?
fine. No issues. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
so we are doing basically IoT solutions, mainly in Middle East and Europe. Basically in Germany, Middle East, we are working with UAE. So these are
Mm-hmm.
mainly IoT-based solutions. One major project that we have currently is at the end stage of implementation is for waste management company. They want to monitor everything on their tracks. So that is everything from tire pressure to truck monitoring, what drivers are doing, how speed they are doing, that kind of solutions. So everything in
Understood.
detail to that
Yeah, yeah.
spec, IoT-based solutions we are doing. Then again, as I said, along with my previous company, I'm also a partner for their finishing school, where we help just passed out students to get into programming or into digital marketing and other IT-based services. These two ventures are currently doing.
Great. Wonderful, wonderful.
So, is there any more questions among panelists, or else we can close the session? Okay. Okay, I hope there's no question. There are no questions. So it has been a grueling session. It has been a very long session. It has been close to less than 2 hours of session. It's on marketing. And if a session is on marketing, it will be definitely accompanied with storytelling. And we have been telling a lot of stories, and I hope that the stories were interesting, and it was fresh stories from live industry experience from our panelists. And at IIMK, we have a good range of an expert faculty, that is being representing marketing, and it is known all over the country. IIMK is known all over the country for its marketing expertise and faculties, and the work being done from the marketing department. And I hope that we carry this fire forward while we perform in our own organizations and also contribute to the society in general. So with that note, I would like to conclude this episode of Interaction, second episode of Interaction. I thank all the panelists, all the participants, and all the audience. We will meet next Sunday with yet another episode and yet another topic. I hope everyone enjoyed this session, and I thank everyone who has been here as audience and as participants. Thank you, organizers, as well, who have been working hard in the back end to make this conversation a reality. We'll be back with yet another Konnect session. Thank you, and signing off for the day. And happy Kerala Piravi to all. Kerala. Thank you.
Thank you, Hari. It was a great session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you all. Yeah.
Thank you.